In this episode, you will join me and Vari as we hike up in the beautiful Trysil in Norway during the winter. I also attempt to get my converted Sprinter van approved as a motorhome by the Norwegian road authorities, but I do encounter a few obstacles. Determined to make the necessary improvements, I use my Christmas holiday to make some upgrades and ensure a comfortable winter living in my van. Come along on this journey and see how it is and what it takes to live on the road during the colder months up in Scandinavia. Up in the mountains. It's not that cold in temperature, but there is wind that, chill you to the bone. It's a beautiful landscape, but it's cold and it's harsh. Not the place you want to get stuck in without the proper equipment. I think we're heading back to a car now. Back to the heat. And the car looks really cold. Even though it looks really cold, it's probably 10 degrees warmer inside that car than it is outdoors. The work with isolation paid off. But it is still cold and I need to start up the engine. Så, får hoppa in. Ja, hoppa in. Bra. It's only -5 degrees outside, but it feels much colder. We are high up in the mountains today. I don't usually park up here, but I just wanted a change of scenery. It's only about 1 hour's of drive from the winter wonderland of Trysil mountains to the Hall of Judgment, otherwise known as the traffic station. The process in Norway is rigorous, with strict requirements for sleeping, cooking and washing facilities. Will my van make the cut? Right now at the control station outside of Elverum in Norway, trying to get the car approved as a camping car. But there is quite a strict regulation, so they are checking out different things to see if it can be approved or not. Don't think I will get it approved now, as it seems, but hopefully I can get the list of things that I need to do to get it approved later on. Okay, this takes time. I've been there for over an hour now. They are a little uncertain about the rules and regulations, I think. But apparently some kind of expert is on his way here. But they are concerned about the general size of the young living room area, that it's not big enough to get it approved as a camping car. So right now they are discussing this and waiting for this expert to come. This is strange, because if they are correct that it's not big enough, that means that this kind of car, Mercedes Sprinter, isn't big enough to make a camping car out of. And that is strange, because there is several of these rolling around on Norwegian roads. So it's a little bit confusing. Let's see if we get an answer later on. Anyway, if there is something that I can do to make it approved later, then of course I will do it. They have commented on some of the building that I have done that is not robust or sturdy enough. And I can see they have a point there. Okay, finally, and that took a lot more time than I thought it would. And I am not approved. This is not approved. So they called this expert, and when this expert arrived, he could tell about this SA camping van registration possibility that the other ones didn't know about. Neither did I had never heard about it. Probably the first time they ever had to approve a home-built camper van into a camping car. So they didn't have the experience, I didn't have the experience, and luckily for all of us, this expert showed up and helped out really. So I'm grateful for that. So in the end I did not get it approved, but I have 3 issues that I need to solve, but they are 3 things that I can do. Then I will get a new time for a new test, and then hopefully it will be approved as a camping car, but not a full worthy camping car, but a camping car SA. That was actually quite nerving. Yeah, it looked really dark for a while, but I think that I can get the insurance that I would like to, and I will also be able to drive it around without this wall behind me. You know, I don't want the wall back. It's much more open now without the wall. Didn't really film this when I first emptied the car, but I need to do that before I control. I don't have it filled up with stuff. And now, when the control is done, I need to get everything back into the car. So here it is. And after that I have 5 hours of drive to do. So, long evening. A simpler life, freedom, less things and less worries. Well, I do enjoy camper van life, but it's not just easier. Going down again for the 5th time for what I hope is the final round. You sort of save the worst for last. Finally, now I could hit the road to celebrate Christmas at my parents' place in Sweden. I was eager to continue improving the van and ensure it was ready for the challenges of the upcoming winter. And look, it even started to snow. Oh, yesterday I was at a traffic station in Norway and I did not make it. It can still be done if I fix 3 things. First of all, I need to get this overhead cabin more stable. This table, same thing, and even though I have an induction oven like this, I need to have a place in the car where I can't move it. And if I can fix those 3 things, I have another shot to get it approved. I mean, I didn't say anything about this, which is really flimsy. It's not really good enough, is it? And here I still lack a door. This place, it's a lot of things that ain't finished. They didn't say anything about it, but I guess there is a risk that they will do next time. So now when I have a few days to do some carpenting, I'm going to do so and try to improve several things and do some upgrades of some issues that I have noticed when living in the car now for almost half a year actually. Yeah, let's get to it. So I managed to put this up in a sturdy way. Now they can't complain about this one. Hopefully that is good enough. It is at least much more sturdy now than it was before. So with that one done, this one, it's not pretty, but it is stable. That means that there is just one more issue that I have to fix before I can go and try out to get it approved again. And the thing is that you need to have stove or an induction plate in my case, and it needs to be fixed to a kitchen table. And I don't want to have it fixed, you know, up on the bench. That takes away too much space. So that's why I've decided to have it, you know, lower down. And I've had sort of a lid that I can put on, so I have this whole bench when I don't use the plate. I realize I need more ventilation. I need to drill up some more holes. Okay, so the plan is to get this induction plate fixed somewhere here, and then I will have sort of a lid that I can put on, and I'm not using the plate. In the next episode, follow me as I continue working to get my Sprinter van approved as a motorhome.
in line with the Norwegian regulations and prepare for an upcoming frigid winter. I will show you the improvements I have made to the van, including the new diesel heater I started to install during this episode. I will also take you along as I return to the road authority station, hoping to finally secure the approval I need to hit the road. Will I succeed this time? Tune in to find out!